Now, back to Coastal Living on KZTV.
Welcome back, everyone. You're watching Coastal Living. Now, the best way to set the tone for the week is to start off with the right attitude with your mind, body, and soul. One wonderful way to do that is by practicing yoga. Up next, we're visiting with our yogi, Michelle Acebo, who has some yoga tips for you to help get centered and get that blood flow into your brain. Check it out.
Sometimes it's just good to fold forward and get blood flowing to the brain. But we're going to add a little bit more to that today. But let's just start with the standing forward fold. So you'll have your feet about hip bone distance apart, hands onto your hips, hug your inner elbows in, press down through your feet, inhale, lift up through the chest, lean back, and as you exhale, keep your elbows moving closer to one another, hinging at the hips, fold forward. When you can't fold forward anymore, there's a big pull in the back of your legs. You can even bend your knees, allow the chest to come down toward the thighs, and allow the head to simply hang down, inhaling and exhaling. Sometimes it's really nice to release the arms and hold on to opposite elbows, arms lining up with your ears, and let the weight of your elbows hang down, pushing through your feet, lifting the sit bones up so the legs are very active, and you can even sway gently side to side. This is just a nice way to let the blood come to the brain. This is a way to calm yourself down if you've had a really rough day, feeling a little stressed out. A forward fold always shakes it up and brings you into a new space. And then stopping in the middle, releasing your arms, gently pressing through your feet, and round and roll it up nice and easy. When you get to the top, roll your shoulders up and back. Then I'm going to turn back toward the front. I'm going to step the feet a little bit wider apart. Now, we have lots of props to use, so if you have a blanket at home or just another mat to roll up, you can have that handy. So at first, I'm going to start with my toes turned out. Ideally, we'll end up turning our feet forward and even bringing them closer together. But I'm going to turn the toes out just a little bit. I'm going to bring my hands into the heart center. Inhale, and then as we exhale, we're going to come out and down slowly. I'm trying to keep my shoulders over the hips as I descend it down. This is already taxing to my big muscles in the legs, right? So it's already starting the blood flow all the way into there. Once you get down, elbows in. Then if you bring your forearms parallel with the floor, think about the tailbone going down and the heart lifting up. So this might be difficult to do without the heels lifting up, and if that's the case, that's when you would use a blanket to support you at first. But this is really healthy for the low back, feeling the pelvis descend as the heart lifts. And just do this for 10 breaths. So inhaling, exhaling, that's it. And then very, very slowly, I'm going to use the hands to come back, to get myself down to the ground. And let's talk a little bit about a headstand. If I say headstand, you automatically freak out and say, no, I'm not going to do that. Don't want to put pressure on my neck. That's okay if you have any kind of neck issue and you don't want to put a lot of pressure here. It's important that you don't do that when you're at home alone. But let me give you some tips of things that you can do that feel like a headstand. So placing your hands down, shoulder distance apart. I'm sitting back onto my heels. I'll roll up, place my forehead down. Once I place my forehead down, roll to the top of my head. You can keep your toes curled under, or you can press the tops of your feet into the floor. But right here, we're already in an inversion. The blood is flowing to my brain. I'm placing myself in this upside down position where it can be kind of stressful. But you teach yourself to be calm and to find a way to breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. It's up to you how much pressure you'd like to put on the top of your head. But if you have any kind of a neck injury, don't. If you're healthy and ready to roll from here and wanted some a little bit more of a workout, we would curl the toes under, keeping your hands pressing down. Lift your bottom up. Okay, now we're really going. Walk the feet in towards your face. All right, really going now. How about if I put a shin on one arm and a shin on the other arm? Okay, that's kind of wild. Then maybe I can bring my knees to my chest. Maybe I can take my knees to the ceiling. Maybe I can extend the legs straight up. Or maybe not. But finding this alignment, right? And then after a few breaths being here, bend your knees back. Knees come forward towards your chest. Place your shins on your arms. One foot down, other foot down. Walk your feet back to your knees, to your child's pose, and just hang out here and breathe. Round and roll all the way up. And I love these because it brings so much blood flow to the brain. It really, when I feel tired or confused, it just shakes everything up, goes upside down. It just really re-energizes me. So if your neck is healthy enough and you feel like you can do this without creating some problems, you also have the alternative where you don't put that much weight on.
I love it. Big thank you to Michelle for taking the time to help get our bodies and minds centered. Now, Jocelyn has a little challenge for your brain with some Texas trivia.
All right, everybody, it's time for your trivia question for the week. Now, who was the first U.S. president to be born in Texas? I'll have the answer when we come back. You're watching Coastal Living.
You're watching Coastal Living on KZTV. Get the scoop on all things local by following us on Facebook and Instagram. We'll be right back on Coastal Living.